Tropes, a significant or recurring theme that keeps appearing in all kinds of media. Most of these things are good and have a reason for being reused, and others are the lying reveal trope. This is a trope that's basically used to split up the characters before the third act, but it really is just lazy or not a good way, especially if it's a character has been with said character that is the liar and has seen their growth firsthand. But automatically, once they find out about their past, it's like, oh, all that's forgotten. It's like, just erases, like, everything that they have been through. The only real good example of this that I can think of is Klaus. And honestly, I'm not really too much of a big fan of it there. It's really just a forcefully bad way to split up the main characters before the final act, when there are better ways to do it. I'd say that there's just better ways to do it, you know? Speaking of tropes that can somehow ruin the story, the tsunderes. Now, I don't know if this is a hot take, but I can't stand these guys. They act like complete brats, and it's so annoying, and they say the stupidest things all the time. It's not like I like you or anything. You're just a... Shut the... The thing about this trope is that it goes both ways. Sure, the tsundere's a dick, but it's also because the MC doesn't do anything about it, and he just takes it like a good boy. Realistically, this wouldn't happen. If you were being rude to the person that you were interested in, then 9 times out of 10, they're just gonna stop talking with you, and you're just gonna be dumbfounded as to what happened. And it's really frustrating that they just keep getting away with stuff like this. Being rude isn't gonna get you laid. And speaking of that, I guess, the awkward situation. That moment where something wacky shenanigans happen, and the guy and the girl trips, and the guy somehow lands on the girl, and then someone walks in and thinks something's going on, and it's most likely the main love interest of whatever. And then some sort of misunderstanding happens, and then causes the whole episode to be completely sidetracked, and it's just a big old waste of time. And I spent my whole 20 minutes doing nothing, and it's just stupid. Like, why is it such a big deal they tripped? They're not getting freaky in the hallway. Another trope I hate is in stuff where there's like some sort of hacker, and they always gotta say like the dumbest things to sound smart. To like, okay, now I need to break into the mainframe, then gotta bypass the firewall, and after I send a bunch of pictures of Sonic feet, then I'm in. Like, shut up, Timmy. You're like 8. You don't even know how to count up to 30. How are you supposed to be able to break into one of the most sophisticated government databases? Oh yeah, and there's always some sort of like super duper government high-tech thing that no one's been able to break into, and then here comes a little Timmy, age 2, just graduated from the womb, and he's automatically able to just break in and be like, hey, I'm the greatest. Like, shut up, I can use you as a football. And speaking of people shutting up, I think there needs to be less witty one-liners. Now, on their own, they aren't like the worst thing ever. I mean, it's a lot better than some comedy and kids stuff, especially kids stuff. I think the main issue comes from like when they're used, you know? Like, let's take Thor: Love and Thunder for example. I mean, I know it's kind of redundant, but I mean, it's really the best example of it. I mean, you're dealing with this guy who is doing anything he can to get his kid back or something. And, like, he's a super serious character. And the movie deals with, like, a lot of heavy themes. But then there's, like, those one-liners that's just like, that just happened. And, like, you can't take anything seriously. And there's no time for you to, like, be in the moment, you know? It really sucks when there's, like, this genuinely really good scene, and then, like, out of nowhere, there's, like, some sort of comic relief, and he's going, like, crying much? I don't know. It's just annoying, and they just need to be in, like, better places, I guess. Puss in Boots, as far as I remember, doesn't have, like, any, like, one-liners kind of like this, but at least they know when the moment needs to be serious and when it needs to breathe. And then what moments are joke moments. There just needs to be a balance of it. Alright, another trope that I really don't like is mostly something in horror movies, when the characters decide to investigate. Why? All you're doing is getting yourself killed. and all you have is your heels and an open shirt. For some reason, that happens all the time. Meanwhile, you're facing against Mr. Slasher 5000, who is 7 foot tall and has a machete that's able to pierce through steel and can run at the speed of Sonic the Hedgehog. So what chance do you have against something like this? And why did you think it was a good idea to investigate? I'm sure that if you were faced with something like this, you're not investigating nothing. I'm sure everyone universally despises tropes, and especially just dumb characters in horror movies. Like, they'll just pick the dumbest options that don't even help them, and then they'll be like, oh, this should have helped or something. Like, shut up, you got yourself in this situation. And for the last thing that I'm really tired of is every single time when the enemy is defeated by something like the power of friendship. Oh my gosh, this happens way too much for its own good. And I'm not saying that the main character is supposed to be some sort of super duper Sigma loner guy thing, and he should never have friends because friends are cringe. I'm just saying that it really shouldn't be like the magic of friendship that defeats the villain. It's so played out, and at this point, it's genuinely kind of, it ruins a lot of things for me. It's just like, oh, of course. The real magic was the friends that we made along the way. Like, as much as I like DuckTales, every single episode that they center around Lena, like, it really doesn't need to be friendship is magic. There could be, like, other things. Like, come on, guys. This has been played out way too many times, and we just need to give this thing a rest. And like I said, it's not a bad thing that characters have friends. I mean, I wish I did. I probably shouldn't say that. My actual friends will get mad if they ever see this. But it's more of like, this shouldn't be like the main thing that defeats the villain. And that's all the tropes that really bother me. Let me know if you have any tropes that bother you. And I'll see you soon.
You predicted, Lord Beerus. They moved the final battle to this very spot.
Well, I guess Earth will be staying in one piece.